Hello everybody, this is Lydia Alverson here, back with another video, and in this video, I'm going to give you guys a quick overview on Pages, the word processor for iOS and Mac. Now, Pages is part of Apple's iWorks suite, which also includes Keynote and Numbers. Now, the iWorks suite is Apple's equivalent to Microsoft Office. The main difference, it's free. With Microsoft Office, I believe you do have to have a subscription in order to use this. Plus, you do have to install the program on your computer with a product key and all that good stuff. So, and that's a real hassle to install. But with these apps here, with Pages, Keynote, and Numbers, all you really need to do is go into the iOS or Mac App Store and download these apps. So let me break this down for you. What are the similarities? Well, Pages is the Mac equivalent to Microsoft Word. Keynote is the Mac equivalent to Microsoft PowerPoint, and Numbers is the Mac equivalent to Microsoft Excel. Now, I believe Google has their own Google Docs, which is the word processor, Google Slides, which is PowerPoint, and Google Sheets, which is, of course, the spreadsheet application. But anyway, back to the iWorks apps. Today I'm mainly just going to focus on Pages. Now, they do come with Mac and iOS. Mind that clock in the background, guys. But they do come pre-installed with Mac and iOS, and if they don't, you can always go to the iOS or Mac app stores and download them from there. And like I stated, they are free. No payment required. But do keep in mind they can take up a little bit of space, so that's another thing to keep in mind. Now, Pages is probably a more advanced word processor than TextEdit, which of course, again, for Windows, Notepad is like your basic word processor, and of course, Microsoft Word is the more advanced version. But anyway, back to Pages. I know I'm talking, so let's go ahead and get into the demonstration. So let me go ahead and launch Pages via Spotlight.
Spotlight, system dialog, application, close button. Pages, choose a template window, template chooser, collection has keyboard focus.
And now we are in the Pages application. Now it brings me right to the template chooser. Now, this allows you to basically choose, I guess, the look of your documents and like which template you want to use to write your document. There's all sorts of cool stuff, but just to start off easy, we're just going to go with a blank template here.
Cancel button, template chooser, collection, in blank, 2, basic, 1 of 4.
So we're just going to go with
blank, 2 of 4.
Just a simple blank template. I know there's templates for, resumes, reports, research papers, and the like. There's all sorts of things here.
Perform press action to...
So, I can do one of two things. I can stop interacting with this table here, or I can stop interacting with this table here and hit the choose button, or I can just simply hit VO space to select this, which I'm going to do right now. And this will take us right into an untitled document.
Press blank.
Let's see where we're at now.
Header, group, body, edit text.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and interact with this so I can have VoiceOver recognize that I'm in the document.
In edit text.
That's interesting.
End of text. Footer, group. Body, edit, footer, group, body, edit text. In edit text.
I hear there's an issue with that. But anyway.
Beginning of text.
And I'm at the beginning of the text field, so I'm just going to type in something like
Body is A. Test 4A. Demonstration on. YouTube, period.
All right. So that's basically one difference I noticed with Pages in Microsoft Word.
Format text quickly by voiceover jumping to the formatter.
With Microsoft Word, it jumps you straight into an untitled document no matter what. But I noticed with Pages, it gives you these, templates to choose from, and then if you select one, it'll bring you right into your untitled document. I do want to mention a few keyboard shortcuts that differ from the Windows environment. So I'm just going to go ahead and select this whole thing.
Selected. This is a test for
All right, so as you can see, I selected the whole sentence, this whole sentence here. So I'm just going to go ahead and briefly explain a few keyboard shortcuts for macOS that differ from the Windows environment. One thing to note, the control key on a PC, actually, the command key on a Mac works just about the same as a control key on a PC. The control key for the Mac is a completely different function. It's used to simulate, it's basically, it helps to simulate a right click, because there's no actual right click option on the Mac. So if you hit, hold down the control key and click the trackpad, that simulates the right click. However, of course, the control and command keys perform similar functions. I should be more specific. The control key on a PC and the command key on a Mac perform similar functions. Here's an example. Here are just a few examples. One I will demonstrate right now is to bold this. So to bold, for Windows, you're used to hitting Control B. However, for macOS, it's Command B.
Bold checked. Bold.
And that bolded the text.
Selection deleted.
And I'll just briefly explain a few more. For Windows, you're used to hitting Control I to italicize. For the Mac, it's Command I. Control C to copy for Windows, Command C to copy for Mac. And finally, paste. Control V to paste for Windows, and Command V to paste on a Mac. Now, one thing to note, there is no cut and paste on a Mac. So basically what you would have to do is, and I'm just going to go ahead and use the Finder as an example. So if you go and select a file, you would have to hit Control C to copy that to the clipboard, then go to your destination folder and hit Command Option V to move that item. Sort of like, in a way, it's similar to a cut and paste, but with less keystrokes. Of course, with Windows, it's Control X to cut and then Control V to paste in your destination folder. I haven't really messed with the whole cut and paste thing with Windows, so I don't really know too much about that. So anyway, there you guys have it. This is basically Pages in a nutshell. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Command Q.
Quit Pages.
And I'm not going to go through this whole thing because it's the same as what you would get with TextEdit. Same dialogue. Do you want to save the changes to your document?
Save. Delete button.
And I'm just going to delete this.
Finder. Desktop. Macintosh HD. Menu. Stop record.
Okay. So a few things to note. Pages is probably the more advanced word processor on the Mac and iOS. And all of your documents will sync across all your devices as long as they're connected to your iCloud account. Same with Keynote and Numbers. So all the apps in the iWork suite, if you have them both on your iOS device and your Mac, as long as they're all connected to iCloud, they can sync across your devices. Now, for first-timers, I wouldn't recommend you starting with Pages right now just because there's just too much. It's got more advanced features. So I would highly recommend most would probably recommend starting with TextEdit, because it's easy to use, and I mean, all you just basically do is you just type stuff and format it, and that's all there really is to it. Yeah, you basically just type stuff, you format it, and then you save it. But with Pages, there's a lot more. You can, you basically just choose whatever template you want to start making creating your document, create your document, and then there's a lot more. There's so much more to Pages, I think, than to TextEdit. And if you haven't checked out my video on TextEdit, I'll be sure to link that in the description. So anyway, that just about does it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and found this interesting. If you did, please feel free to like and subscribe, and also please feel free to share. And with that being said, until next time, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.